Valerie, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, I figured you'd be contacting me about this soon.
I can tell by your tone that you're aware of what you've done, right?
I guess. Little Kaylee's father and I have gotten to know each other quite well recently. His name's Jason, if you didn't know.
You say that like you're proud of it, even though you have a husband?
Well, Colin, you don't really understand how I feel. You can't possibly understand. You've only ever given me sons.
Huh?
I've always wanted a daughter, but you've given me 3 sons in a row. We can't afford to have a 4th child. That means I'm stuck with only boys.
Stuck with him?
I've never told you this, but I've always wanted a daughter and to name her Kaylee. And then I see this adorable little girl named Kaylee. The moment I saw her at preschool, I knew I was meant to be her mother. I felt it in my soul. And Kaylee's little sister, Daniela, is just as adorable as Kaylee.
What? So that's why you're cheating on me?
Well, not just that. I like Jason too. He's a really nice guy and he's quite handsome too. I told him I wanted to give birth to a daughter, and right away well...
That's disgusting.
No, it's not. The fact that you only gave me sons is disgusting.
What?
It's the father's seed that determines the sex of the baby, so this is all your fault.
I can't believe you're treating your own family like this. You gave birth to our sons. I won't forgive you for this.
Whatever, I'd rather have daughters.
I can't believe a woman approaching her 40s is just saying this now. I take that back. I can't believe any mother would say that about her own children.
That's why I'm giving our children to you.
Huh? What did you say?
I said I'm giving you full custody of Nathan, Devin, and Bryce. I don't want them.
Hey, why are you acting like all of this is just so easy for you to do?
What do you mean? I cheated on you. You plan on divorcing me, don't you? You want custody of our children, right?
Well, yeah, but...
Well, that's what I want too. So let's get this divorce over with as soon as possible.
I can't believe you.
Jason has already decided to divorce his wife and they're getting the process started. So let's hurry up and get everything on our side done too. Make it fast. I can't wait to be Kaylee and Daniela's mommy.
I see.
Oh, and I don't care if you sue me for compensation money because I cheated on you. But don't try to get any child support from me, okay? As far as I'm concerned, my only children are Kaylee and Daniela. So I'm not paying for your sons.
If you want that, you'll have to accept my terms.
What?
I won't make you pay me any child support, but in exchange for that, you'll never be allowed to see the boys ever again.
What? That's it? I already told you I was giving them to you. I had no intention of ever seeing or talking to them again anyway.
So you're accepting my terms?
Yes, of course. Sounds great.
Good. You're at Jason's house now, aren't you?
Yep. His wife left him as soon as she found out about me. So we got to start living together right away. But she took little Kaylee and Daniela with her. Oh, I want to hurry up and get them back as soon as possible.
What makes you think you and Jason can get custody of them?
Well, it's pretty obvious we will. Jason makes lots of money, and I'm already here, so we'll have a father and a beautiful mother here. It's the best environment for them. And as for her, she was just a housewife, so she doesn't have any money. She can't provide for the kids. No matter how you look at it, I'm gonna get custody of those beautiful little girls.
Oh, really? Well, as long as I get full custody of my sons, I don't care what happens over there. So after that, do whatever you want.
I will. You don't have to tell me. Oh, I'm so happy I can finally have the beautiful daughters I've always dreamed of.
Well, I'll have my lawyer get in touch with you.
Lawyer?
I don't want to see you or talk to you ever again. I'll have my lawyer do it for me. So just assume that you'll never talk to me directly ever again, like you are right now.
Okay. Well, that's not really an issue for me, so I don't really care.
Good. Then we're finished.
Yep. Goodbye. Colin, it's been a long time, hasn't it? You haven't blocked my number, have you?
What?
Oh, good, you replied.
Yeah, what? If this isn't important, I'm gonna block you.
How are the boys doing?
You quit being their mother, so what's it to you? Your kids are Kaylee and Daniela, right?
About that.
What?
Jason and I couldn't get custody of them.
Oh. Well, I'm not surprised.
Huh? What do you mean you're not surprised?
I assumed Kaylee's mother would win the custody dispute.
What?
It sounded like you had no idea at the time, but Jason's wife wasn't a housewife. I knew she was making really good money doing freelance work. She worked from home, but she wasn't a housewife. She's really smart, makes good money, and on top of that, she's an excellent mother. I'm not surprised they'd give her the kids when compared to you and him.
I can't believe this. If you knew all that, why didn't you tell me?
You betrayed me and turned your back on your children. I didn't feel it was my duty to tell you anything.
But if I knew that back then, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, you know what they say about hindsight. So are we done here? If you've got no other reason for messaging me, I'm gonna block you now.
Wait, so are the boys doing well?
Like I said, you quit being their mother, so I'm not going to tell you.
Please, I want to see my boys.
Whoa, hold on. What did you just say to me? We had an agreement. I wouldn't make you pay child support and you'd never see the boys again. It's only been 2 years and you're already planning on going back on your word? Besides, the boys don't want to see you. They hate you as much as I do. They're not going to forgive you.
But, your situation has changed since then, right?
Well, yeah, things changed because we got divorced.
That's not what I mean. You wanted a little girl too, didn't you?
Huh?
Did you by chance adopt a little girl?
Adopt a girl.
I saw her. I saw a little girl about 4 years old come out of your house.
When?
I think the first time I saw her at your house was about 3 weeks ago. But I haven't heard anyone tell me that you've gotten remarried.
Are you saying you've been hanging around outside my house?
I recently moved in nearby. It was just by chance that I happened to see her. Your little girl is really cute. I want to help raise her. I know this is a little out of the blue, but you can't do that to her. She's a little girl, but you have her dressed up like a boy. See, this is what happens when a mother isn't around. A girl can't be raised in a house of all boys. I'd put her in beautiful dresses and change her hairstyle. I can make her into the beautiful little girl she is. I'll be a great mother for her. Thank you for giving me the chance to raise a beautiful little girl.
What the heck are you talking about?
Huh?
I think you're talking about my cousin's son.
Huh? Your cousin's son?
I'm not gonna lie, his face does have some feminine features, and some people have mistaken him for a girl. But I can tell you for a fact, he is a boy.
What? You're kidding. Then why was he living in your house? I saw him more than once.
My cousin is overseas on a business trip for a little while, and his wife had to go to the hospital for a bit. I said I'd look after their child while she was in the hospital. It was only for a short time. His mom got out of the hospital a few days ago, and he's already back with her now.
Oh, I can't believe this! Your house is already full of boys. Why would you take in another one, even for a short time? That just doesn't make sense. You're obviously lying. So just let me raise that little girl of yours. I'll be the mommy that she needs.
Honestly, what the heck are you talking about?
I should be asking you the same thing, right? Haven't these past 2 years been tough on you without having a woman around the house? Honestly, ever since I broke up with Jason, I've been thinking about getting back together with you. And don't you think that little girl would be happier with a mother?
There's no little girl here. And do you think just because we're all guys that we can't do anything around the house?
Well, of course.
Don't underestimate the inner strength of men.
Huh?
And besides, your memory must not be very good. Before you left, I was doing my share of the housework anyway, don't you remember?
Really? I don't remember.
Well, regardless, 2 years have passed since then. We've become quite self-sufficient. And it's not just me doing things around the house. Nathan is already in the 6th grade and he's been learning a lot in his home economics classes.
Huh?
He understands how important that subject can be now. And Devin and Bryce think it's really cool how Nathan is able to do so many things around the house. They're actually learning from him and doing lots of the stuff themselves. They've got enough confidence now that they're taking the initiative and doing things without being told.
But what about when you're at work and not around? I can help then.
No, that's never an issue anymore. I work from home now.
Huh?
Shortly after we got divorced, my company started implementing telecommuting, and my department was one of the first to start doing it. I'm home all day, so what I'm saying is, I'm not looking for a maid or a babysitter.
I'm not asking to be your maid or your babysitter. I'm those children's mother.
2 years ago you said you didn't want them, and you gave up all rights of being their mother.
But I didn't know what I was doing. There was something wrong with me back then. And besides, I hear you've gotten quite a few promotions since then, right? So we could easily afford to have another child, right? I know this time for sure I'll give birth to a baby girl. Let's try to have another baby.
You're disgusting. Just stop.
Please, let's at least sit down and talk about this. Look, I'll head over to your place tomorrow. Just give me another chance.
No, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why? I just want to meet up, just to talk, okay?
I mean, we've already moved out of that place.
What? You've moved?
Just the other day, Kaylee's mother contacted me. She said after you and Jason split, Jason went to her house trying to get her to take him back. She said he caused quite a scene. She contacted me to warn me. To warn me that you might try to do the same thing with me.
She did what?
It was actually good timing anyway. The rental contract on this place was coming due. I was considering moving anyway. I'm making a lot more money now and figured it was time to move. Luckily, I had been looking for a new place for a while, and when she contacted me, I decided to pull the trigger on a big, beautiful house I've had my eye on. I must have been really lucky if you didn't see the moving company at my house yesterday. I'm so glad you didn't.
You're kidding. Yesterday.
Yup. And since I do telecommuting, I didn't have to find a place nearby either, so don't expect to run into us at the grocery store. And my kids have already changed schools.
What?
So even if you go looking for them at their old school, you won't find them.
I can't believe this.
So that was all you messaged me for, right?
Wait.
Look, if you want to talk to me anymore, go through my lawyer, the same one I used when I divorced you.
Just wait. I see even after 2 years you haven't blocked my number. That must mean you still have feelings for me, don't you? So here I am. I'm willing to let you have me again.
I did block you. After Jason's ex called me and I was safely moved away, I unblocked you.
What? But why?
I just wanted to see if you'd contact me. I was just curious about your next move. And now I know.
Hold on.
So, I'm blocking you again.
Wait, don't block me.
This is only what I heard through a friend, but after divorcing me, Valerie married Jason. They battled Jason's ex for custody of his daughters, but they lost the case pretty badly. Between Valerie and Jason both getting sued for cheating on their spouses and the child support Jason was forced to pay, their final bill was well over $100,000. You can imagine with all that they were barely scraping by. When it was finally clear that Valerie wasn't going to get custody of the girls, Valerie and Jason's relationship quickly went downhill. Then, when Valerie found out that Jason had no interest in having another child, she divorced him. After that, everything happened as you saw in her messages with me. Valerie ended up with nothing at all. But I hear she hasn't given up her dream of having a beautiful daughter of her own. So apparently she's going after any man that has a cute daughter. Just to make sure she doesn't bother me anymore, I reported her to the police as a possible stalker. Completely disgusted with what Valerie did to her own family and the reason she did it, Valerie's parents have cut all ties to her and no longer speak to her. Who knows where she is now or what she's doing? Actually, it's probably best if we don't know.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.